Hi, hello and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to turn these slightly broken builder gel nails into those gorgeous animal print textured glittery gorgeous ones you saw at the start. So this is my lovely client Amanda. She's been one of my clients for quite some time now, since I moved to the salon actually. So she always comes in wanting some funky designs and I absolutely love it. Amanda is a builder gel client, so these are her natural nails, but as you saw there was a slight breakage on one of them, and what I have done is I just used a nail form to slightly build it out. You can obviously, with builder gel you can do tips or forms for very short extensions. I wouldn't extend them too much, so that nail is slightly shorter than the others, but it's just to make sure that we protect the natural nail and that we're not adding any excess length that the product won't be able to withstand, because obviously builder gel isn't as hard a wearing as acrylic acrylic gel or hard gel. So boring stuff out of the way, we've obviously refined that and we're going in with the Glitterbels HEMA Free range. We're using Goji Berry and one of the silvery glittery ones. And the plan for this nail, this set, is to do, it was to be bright, glittery, and we wanted some texture and some animal print on there. This was done quite a while ago, this set, but I never got around to editing it. I took a bit of a break from YouTube, as you would have seen in one of my last video. On that last video I am doing a huge giveaway, so if you want to be in the chance of winning a bag full of goodies, there is hundreds of pounds worth of stuff, then go check that video out. I'll put a link for it up there. So yeah, we're going to go in with Goji Berry and we're just going to outline the nail. The reason I'm going in with a fine liner brush and just doing that outline is because the other half of this nail is going to be animal print. So I'm going in and just drawing my shape, although looking at it now it looks like a slightly questionable shape if you have a filthy mind like me. So I'm just going to go in, fill that out, and then we're going to pop these nails into cue. I'm doing this on both the ring finger and the middle finger because these are the ones that are going to have the animal print and the texturization on them. These came out so good, like that before and after is insane. Amanda loved them, I loved them, they were so pretty and really good, really good fun to do. So I'm going to just outline these, pop it in the lamp, and then I'll be back. These are really pigmented colours, so I'm only going to do one coat of them. But to do the texturization, what I've done is I've obviously decanted some of the Goji Berry pink anyway to do the pattern. I'm then adding some Glass Slippers clear acrylic powder and obviously adding more gel polish as needed, and this is just to help with that raised texturization. I found that mixing some of the acrylic with some gel polish first means when you're painting the outline on, the gel is less likely to run and it's already got a slight raised texture, so when you do the sprinkling of acrylic over the top it works even better and you get much nicer coverage and your lines are less likely to sort of blur and move, particularly as we're obviously doing this texturization on a very small part of the nail. Normally you would potentially do it all over the nail so you can have a bit more space between, so that's just why I've done that, but I like to prep it and get it ready. You can just see how sparkly that glitter is, it's so pretty. So I'm then going to, what am I doing? Yes, I'm matte top coating the nail. I had to think, it was such a while ago when I did these. I'm matte top coating the nail because I don't want the acrylic to stick over the rest of it, and we actually wanted a matte base underneath, so the contrast between the shiny animal print and the matte made the texturization even better. Then once that's all matted, as you can see, I'm going to take my fine liner and I'm just going to do my texturization pattern. I've done a few videos where I do this like cable knit design, so I'm just going to go in and do that. I'm basically just doing a standard cable knit pattern, so popping the lines in, then either side of that I'm doing some smaller lines and then some sort of like diagonal things. So I'm going to sprinkle the clear acrylic over, you can already see it's standing out more. You then pop that in the lamp. You want to do it straight away, you don't want to wait and do another nail because the gel then has a chance to run, and obviously we don't want that to happen. So I'm just playing around with it, making sure I've got the right amount on the brush, and then I will do the next one. Once those are done, I'm just taking a dusting brush and I'm just going to brush off any of that excess clear acrylic, because we just don't want that sat on there, and it's going to give us a nice clean base for the next set of nails, and you can just see how pretty they look. So I'm going in and doing a tortoiseshell design on this one. So what I've done is I've just mixed some browns and oranges with some top coat just to sheer it out. If you had a jelly gel polish, so one that is designed to be more clear, then obviously go with that, but we're then going to cure that in the lamp. Once that's cured, I'm going to apply a thin layer of base coat. If you have a blooming gel, you could use that in place of the base coat. What it's going to do is just help the colour to this dark brown colour that I'm putting on to spread and move, so the lines aren't so solid. It's a bit more feathered, like a tortoiseshell pattern, and then you're just going to cure that. I do have lots of videos on how to do tortoiseshell nails. Oh, I'm slightly out of shot, so I'll leave a link to one in a bit more detail up there for you. What I'm then going to do is apply a bit more base coat and then take some black and just gently place that over the brown, so not completely over it, just overlapping it slightly so you can still see bits of the brown poking through, and then we cure that one as well. And then what I'm going to do is take that same orange, like sheared out orange from the start, and place that over the top, and it's just going to add a little bit more depth to the design, and obviously cover the brown and the black as well, so it doesn't look quite so blocky. For the next one, we're doing a sort of like leopard print, cheatery print design. So I'm just taking my dotting tool in the brown and just placing bits of brown all over the nail. Once I'm happy with the placement, that's then going to go in the lamp to cure. We then decided to actually add some leaves to these nails. I always find leaves are a really hard one to paint. I just can never get them right. But we're adding a few onto the nail just to add something else to it. Amanda loves having a bit of everything on her nail, so we went for some hand painted leaves. You don't have to add these, you can add them. The choice is entirely yours. But paint your leaves, and then we're going to pop it in the lamp again. We're doing a fair bit of switcheroo here. So we're then going to go back to that cheatery leopardy print one, and we're going to take black and outline some of the brown dots with the black. I feel like animal print is something that no nail, like you're never going to be able to replicate the design, and I think that's really cool. One, if you're a bit like me and a perfectionist, and it'll annoy you if you can't get it right. But two, no animal is the same in the world. It's not going to have exactly the same spots, so that's my excuse. I'm then taking some black and just adding in some extra little dots to fill any space, and again we're going to cure it in the lamp. I'm then going to top coat everything, so I'm going to do my solid nails first, and then what I've done is I've decanted some top coat onto that little makeshift palette there, and I'm just going to take a gel brush and just go over the areas where we need to top coat the design, so the animal print section of the nails only, and cure it in the lamp. What I'm going to do once that's all cured is take a nail file, and I just like to run under the edges to make sure we've got no little straggly bits. Sometimes if you're doing multiple layers you can have a bit of gel run, particularly builder gel can sometimes have a few bits, so it's just nice to give that final sort of finish after and make sure everything is neat and tidy, and just re-perfect that shape, because again if you're adding lots of layers it can bulk the shape out slightly, so sometimes it's better to actually sort of over refine your shape at the start, and then when you're applying your product it can obviously then bulk out, but you haven't lost that shape, if that makes sense. So give everything a good dust off. I'm going to oil these cuticles and give it a nice massage in, particularly because sometimes people can have slightly dry cuticles. This was at the start of the year where it was quite chilly, so I want to make sure they're nice and hydrated. And then I will show you the final set. I really hope you guys have liked this video. Please do let me know in the comments what you think, like and subscribe, and I will see you for more regular content.